It is a great day to be alive for a number of reasons. Terry McLaurin gets paid.
Hell yeah.
The Cincinnati Bengals have Trey Hendrickson back on the football field.
Hell yeah.
And Kenny Pickett is no longer a Brown.
Our prayers have been answered,
The
Zach.
trifecta. The trifecta is here because make no mistake, although I am a Browns fan, I am also a huge Joe Burrow fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me not to be, seeing as I actually know him. And I think it's great to hear. The Bengals are trying to be in their Super Bowl window, and they signed the guy that led the NFL in sacks.
Yeah, that'll help. That'll help a team that's been struggling on defense the last few years. So.
Yeah, it won't hurt.
No.
That's all I know for sure. But man, we had a lot of shit happen after the show yesterday.
Yeah,
Pat.
big day yesterday in the NFL world. So
For
I'm
sure.
excited to unpack it all, discuss it all. A lot of moves, a lot of trades. It's a good time. Good time to cover the NFL.
Now's the time of year where a bunch of guys get cut and a bunch of familiar names get signed. And you're like, wait a minute, what? Cut those 5 guys, bring in Amari Cooper. Oh, Amari Cooper, okay.
Yeah.
He's still going to play in the NFL, I guess.
That makes sense.
Makes sense. I know that. I've heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a ton to discuss. How was your Monday?
It was good. Didn't do too much. Played some cornhole in a cornhole league yesterday. Went 2-1, so not a bad Monday.
No, not at all.
How was yours?
It was good, man. Quinn had a big volleyball game in Worthington. Quinn, so if you don't know the background, her volleyball team's ridiculous in middle school. Like her middle school volleyball team's ridiculous. They went 18-0 last year. You know, a lot of goals, and to go 36-0 in middle school, get a banner hung, all this stuff. Boy, they found themselves in a blender last night. Lost the first set, down 24-21 in the second set, battled back to 28-28, and Quinn had a nasty kill and then an ace to walk off the second set. And then they won the third set pretty convincingly. So it was eventful.
That's
stressful.
good. It makes you sweat a little bit, right?
Oh yeah. Humble their ass. They're so overconfident. I was like, that's what they needed, and they got the dub.
Yeah.
They needed that.
Absolutely.
So it was good though. It was a good
Best of
little
both
Monday.
worlds. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I mean, we got a loaded show. I want to start unpacking it right away.
Let's get to it then.
Yeah.
Lukey, let them know what time it is, Bubba. It is. They need to level up.
I think we have some freaks in Menace Army.
I'm okay with that. Go watch the fucking film. But I appreciate you for riding with us, Menace Army. Menace out.
Menace Army! Let's get to the show!
Let's get to the show.
Let's get to it. This is breaking news this morning from NFL insider Jordan Schultz. Tommy DeVito, Tommy Cutlets,
Oh, yeah.
the fan favorite of the New York Giants, has been cut. Adios to a legend, man.
You know, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, he played really well in the preseason.
He balled out his last game.
I mean, just like in the final preseason game, he went 17 of 20 for 200 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Like, why? Why cut him? I don't get, like, is he not a good depth piece? I mean, they certainly are keeping, 3 on roster?
Yeah, so, I mean, he definitely is the odd man out because they went out and signed Jameis in the offseason. And then Russell Wilson, obviously, as the QB1 there. And then Jackson Dart is, after a baller preseason, has cemented himself as QB2. So
Yeah.
it makes sense. It's the odd man out, but damn, it's kind of an end of an era. I mean,
Doesn't he have a lot of value for someone in the NFL?
I would think so.
I mean, I don't know that I'd rather have Jameis Winston than Tommy Cutlets. I mean, that's a wash for me. Jameis is not going to win you games. He's going to give you those big plays, big arm, all that. But even
I mean, he's definitely better than Tommy Cutlets.
yeah, but not to win games. He's a more talented quarterback, but Jameis throws the ball to the other team all the fucking time.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you're not going to win. We watched it in Cleveland. You're not going to win games. It's just going to be more exciting.
Hey, we beat the Ravens last year.
Right. It's like the one time of the blind squirrel found a nut.
Yeah.
But I mean, in a world where the Giants go out in the offseason, they deal Daniel Jones, they go get Russell Wilson, draft Jackson Dart in the first round, and bring in Jameis. Like, that's a crowded quarterback room. There's plenty of uncrowded quarterback rooms, even with established guys, where you say Tommy DeVito's got to be a decent option as your 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to sign somewhere, right?
I'd imagine he will. I mean, this is a guy who kind of came out of nowhere. What was it, 2 years ago? Went 3-3 in 6 games to the Giants, 8 touchdowns, 3 picks, 64% completion percentage, over 1,100 yards in those 6 games. Like a solid little quarterback. And then last year, came in towards the end of the year, went 0-2, but again, 70% completion percentage, no turnovers.
Yeah.
Like,
and what a perfect player to go be like Pat Mahomes' backup. You know, like not a place where you're ever going to be called on, and if you are, it's because a top 5 quarterback got hurt.
Yeah, shit really hit the fan. If you're
right, like I mean, I just picked Kansas City and pulled them up. They signed Gardner Minshew. I'm not convinced. I'm not sure that Tommy DeVito is not better than Gardner Minshew, but whoever the fuck Chris Oladukin is, I'll take Tommy Cutlets over that guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And he's their 3. Like Tommy DeVito should be that guy that has a long career as a QB3, making decent money, doesn't have to play. Best job in the world is being a 3rd-string quarterback on an NFL team.
Especially a guy with like his, persona, right? I mean, he's got the touchdown celebration already. I mean, just put him in, I guess, wherever. I mean, New York was a great spot for him with the Italian scene there, but just find another city with a heavy Italian presence and he'll become an instant fan favorite. So
no doubt.
But he'll find a job for sure. Otherwise across the league, Joe Mixon, a little update from him in Houston. The Texans are not activating running back Joe Mixon by the 4 p.m. deadline today, making him ineligible to play at least the first 4 games of the season due to an ankle injury. Instead, he's going to be moved to the reserve non-football injury list, which automatically rules him out for the first 4 games.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb, officially running back 1 in Houston to start the year.
It's going to happen. You know it, right?
He's going to pop off.
He's going to have a ridiculous year. And I mean, I don't fault the Browns for not bringing him back, especially if they were going to draft 2 running backs. Now, Quinshawn not signing is like, hello.
Yeah.
This could backfire in a massive way, both trading out of that number 2 pick, taking Quinshawn in the 2nd round. We don't even know what's going on with him, and not bringing Nick Chubb back, but he's also such a freak. Like, I would normally say there's no way Nick Chubb can ever be himself again, but he's Nick Chubb. I've watched him do some of those freaky things, like an entire knee reconstruction and 8 months later squatting 700 pounds. Yeah. And you're like, this guy's just he's an alien. He's not normal.
No.
So I'm glad he's going to be RB1 though for him. I mean, we love Nick Chubb.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm excited for him. Really, the Houston's quarterback running back duo is probably my favorite in the league outside of Cleveland.
Like your own personal bias.
Yeah, exactly. I get CJ Stroud and Nick Chubb. Oh,
there's no question.
Yeah, I'm locked in. So
you don't like that duo better than Joe Flacco, Jerome Ford?
Honestly, no, I don't.
See, you're fucking sick.
I mean, no, I've give me Stroud and Chubb.
Oh, so you do like them better?
Oh yeah. I'm saying I like the. Oh yeah. No.
I thought you were going that biased. I was like, you like Flacco and Jerome Ford?
No. Honestly, okay. Flacco and Chubb, yes. Flacco. I'm not a Jerome Ford fan. He's not. That's not my running back. It'll always be Nick Chubb. But yeah, I guess what are your, expectations for Nick Chubb? These first 4 games, is he going to do enough to maybe make that a pretty even touch backfield between him and Mixon when Mixon returns? I mean,
it all depends on how healthy is Nick Chubb and what is this post. I don't even know what number this is, 3rd or 4th, serious injury. What does he look like? If he's that big of a freak where he bounces back and he's close to 100% healthy, he'll absolutely, take a half of the carries, or, if you look at the whole season, considering he's going to be the feature back for at least the first 4 games, he'll probably be the leading rusher.
Honestly, probably a good chance that he will be.
And the real question is what's going on with Joe Mixon's ankle?
Yeah.
I've seen significant ankle injuries where they could be out for months, but putting him on that list tells you he's not, there's no chance he's remotely close to ready in the first 4 games. So that's over a month away, 5 weeks until he could be eligible to play. Will he be healthy?
And that's even, and like you said, if they're feeling this confident that ankle's not going to be close to being ready by week 4, probably means he's not going to be ready by week 5 either. And so we're looking at this potentially being a 6+ week injury for Mixon, which is a blow for Houston. Because Mixon is coming off what was his probably his best year in the NFL. And a lot of it was touchdown wise. He was a touchdown, monster last year in Houston. What did he have last year? I believe 16 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was really good.
11 touchdowns rushing, only one receiving. So 12 touchdowns total.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess not as good as his 2021 year. That's the year he had 16 touchdowns.
I'm just we've talked about it in the offseason several times, but I really feel like Houston has a chance to take a huge leap here. I mean, you just look at what they did on the offensive line. They draft a tackle in the second round, bring in 3 free agents. Their entire backfield is brand new. Nick Chubb being the headliner there. They bring in Christian Kirk. Nico is hopefully going to have, another really good year.
Yeah.
Defensively, they had CJ Gardner-Johnson from Philly.
Mm-hmm. Good little piece in the second.
I just think Houston's going to be, if CJ Stroud can play like we all think he's capable, I think Houston could cause some, make some noise in the AFC.
And he's got to level up this year, right? I mean, I know it's hard to call what he did last year a sophomore slump, but it was a little bit compared to what he did his rookie year. I think he absolutely needs to take a step up this year. And if he does, I'm looking at Houston as probably the 3rd best team in the AFC.
I mean, they're going to be right there. It's all, you just don't know how these new pieces are going to gel.
Yeah.
And if CJ Stroud is going to take that leap. I mean, he was so good as a rookie, kind of a lackluster second year. What is year 3? Is it lackluster and was the rookie year a fluke? Or is he back to rookie year form and even enhanced, even better?
Yeah, no, I'm hopeful that, he balls out. I think Nico Collins, what he's done, the past few years is he's arguably a top 10 wide receiver in the league production wise. We don't really think of him as a household name like that, but the combination of him and Stroud has been lethal.
Yeah.
I do want to shout out our guy, Don B in the chat. Washington finally came to their senses yesterday and paid our guy Terry McLaurin a 3-year, $96 million extension. Well worth it for Terry.
Oh, well worth it. And I mean, this is what I think we all knew would happen. But being a Browns fan and dealing with incompetent ownership and leadership for really my whole life, you see it's playing out and you're like, oh my God, how are they going to screw this up? This is so obvious. And then they don't in the end. Terry didn't need those reps in training camp or OTAs. He's a veteran. I mean, it worked out. He got paid. Washington kept their wide receiver 1 after going to the NFC Championship game. They keep the whole plan intact and they move forward.
No, plan is intact for sure. If you look at the odds now for the conference winner in the NFC, Commanders still some value. Wow, I'm surprised they didn't move. They have the 6th best odds to win the NFC.
That's wild. I mean, I don't see it that way. I think how could that be the case, Jaden? Unless you're just anticipating a sophomore slump for Jaden Daniels. If he even just plays the same, let alone if he has any type of improvement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I get Philly and Detroit being the 1st and 2nd best.
Yeah, I'm not saying they should be odds on favorite to win the NFC.
No,
but like 6th,
I would put them 3rd. I don't think Green Bay, San Francisco, and the Rams being ahead of them. I think that's fraudulent.
I do too.
The 49ers have a totally fucked up receiving room right now. That's all banged up and hurt. We don't know how Brock Purdy's going to be able to perform without his top weapons. The Rams, you bring in Devontae Adams, but Matt Stafford's getting old. And then Green Bay, kind of just an unproven wide receiver room now. If Matthew Golden's a dude, they can pop off. But I still think that, I don't know. I think Washington's a better shot to win the NFC than all 3 of those teams.
I agree. I think I just pulled up Terry McLaurin's career earnings, and it's just so cool to see a guy just grind to get it. I mean, he made $3.8 million his first 4 years. $3.8 million on his rookie contract. His second contract, he brought home $53 million.
There it is.
And now he signs a $96 million deal. Just awesome.
Almost $150 million in career earnings.
Yeah, he went from $961,000 average salary his first contract to $22.8 million to now $32 million.
Look at that, leveling up.
He's gonna make his entire rookie contract in like 3 games.
Yeah, that's insane. Shout out Terry. I'm glad Washington came to their senses. It would have pissed me off. And not that I'm a Washington fan by any means, but I do like, what they've built over there. I like Jaden Daniels. I like Terry McLaurin, obviously. So I'm glad to see them keep it intact and kind of run it back. And I guess out of all those teams in the NFC East, they're probably the ones that I'm rooting for the most, right? I'm over Philly. I hate Philly fans. I'm over Dallas and all the hype that they get every year. And then the Giants are the Giants. So Washington, you have my vote.
Our second favorite NFC team behind the Lions, of course.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say they're probably my third favorite NFC team total.
Who's your other one?
Come on. Baker Mayfield plays for
Oh,
Tampa Bay, doesn't he?
That's true.
He'll always have
I
my
should
heart.
have known. All right, let's get to commercial break. We got what? Almost 400 people in here.
Yeah.
A little slow to start on a Tuesday. Smash that like button for us. Help us get more people in here, man. We're trying to make this grow. Hit that like button. If you're on Twitter, hit retweet. Tell all your friends. We're talking NFL football this morning. We'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army, it was time to share the wealth. Our partners, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, helped me lose 30 pounds of fat in 6 weeks. You lose 5 pounds a week. And now I just got my brother Carter signed up. So we're going to track his journey. His first weigh-in was Friday. 224.4 with almost 29.5% body fat. Awaken 180, they send you 4 of your 5 meals a day. They give you a private coach, one-on-one. You talk every week, and your coach helps you get there. Shout out my coach, Jenna. We subbed her over to be my brother's coach as well, and she's going to get him right. They send you a scale, and every week you weigh in on the scale. That data goes to your coach, and you link, you talk, and you figure out a plan for your weight loss journey. Everybody's different, and that's the beauty of Awaken 180 is it's customizable, it's forced accountability, and it's guaranteed results. 5 pounds a week. You want to lose 30 pounds, it's going to take 6 weeks. You want to lose 50 pounds, whatever that is, going to take 10 weeks. My brother's goal is to lose 50 pounds in 10 weeks. That's mid-October, before Halloween. He should be down to 175. So we're going to track his journey and continue to talk about my journey because Awaken 180 Weight Loss is a game changer. My energy's through the roof. My libido's through the roof. I feel the best I've felt since I was in my 20s. If you want to take your life back over, you want to take control of your life, go to Awaken 180 Weight Loss and just schedule a consultation. You don't have to sign up yet. Just schedule a consultation and hear what they do, how they do it, and I promise you, you won't regret it. You'll take your life back and play with your kids, enjoy all the finer things. And we'll track my brother Carter's journey as we go. Next week, got to be 5 pounds down. 5 pounds every week, 10 pounds in 2 weeks, 15 pounds in 3 weeks. You can do the math. Go to awaken180weightloss.com right now. All right, guys, I know you've heard of Viagra or Cialis. Maybe you've even tried them. If you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, meet Rugi It Ready. Other companies rely on similar ingredients to support blood flow, but Rugi It Ready is a next-gen prescription treatment designed to help amplify arousal in the brain and increase blood flow. If the usual pills aren't doing the trick or you want something better, Rugi It Ready is your answer. 3-in-1 formula dissolves under your tongue to absorb fast, so you'll be ready in just 15 minutes on average, not hours, and effects can last up to 36 hours. That means you can stay confident, present, and in control when the moment's right. 150,000 dudes have made the switch, and you can read their customer reviews right on the website. Getting started is simple. Rugi It connects you with a board-certified doctor, 100% online, and if prescribed, your treatment ships quickly to your door. Connect with your provider at rugiit.com/menace to see if a Rugi It Ready prescription is right for you. You can use code MENACE to get 15% off today. That's rugiet.com/menace. Use promo code MENACE to get 15% off. Individual results may vary with prescription treatment. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. Please visit the Rugi It website for full safety information. There you have it. That's always fun.
Oh, yeah.
Lose weight, get in better shape, and then get your dick hard. It's a beautiful thing.
Bang, bang. You know whose dick's hard, Zach? Cincinnati Bengals fans.
They did what they, I guess, should have done.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I love how the Commanders and Bengals kind of just, as soon as one pulled the trigger, the other one was like, all right, fuck it, us too. Let's end it. Trey Hendrickson got a raise, $14 million raise for a one-year deal in Cincinnati. He was slated to make $16 million this upcoming season, but him and the Bengals reached an agreement, boosting his 2025 salary all the way up to $30 million.
Well, I do think it's funny now, you know, the negotiations have come out, right? Like Cincinnati's plan to make him one of the higher paid defensive ends in the league was a 3-year deal with only the first year guaranteed. And it's like, wait a minute, no. And so basically Trey Hendrickson said, no, drop those 2 years and just give me a 1-year deal then.
Yeah.
You're not going to get me on the hook if you're not on the hook for 3. I'm the only one on the hook. Fuck you. I led the league in sacks.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious what Mike Brown continues to do and almost just disrespect his own players.
Honestly,
he's not Jerry Jones doing it in front of a camera, but behind the scenes, he certainly is.
Almost as bad as what Jerry Jones is doing with the whole Micah Parsons situation.
Yeah, Mike Brown's just not as media friendly. That's the only difference. But I mean, I think it's great for everyone. Trey Hendrickson plays. He's on the field. You need that. Joe Burrow needed that. He gets a massive, doubles his salary basically, from $16 million to $30 million, and he's not on the hook. If he leads the league in sacks again or has a great year again, he can really hold Cincinnati hostage. And there's no contract holding him back. He can just pack his bags and leave, and they can't say shit about it.
I was going to say, I'm fully anticipating him if he balls out, unless Cincinnati throws him a bag and makes him arguably, I mean, if he balls out again this year, leads the league in sacks, Cincinnati has no choice if they want to keep him than to make him the highest paid DN in the country.
No, and at that point you would have to, right?
Yeah.
That's 3 years in a row where he's just absolutely balling at the highest level of NFL defensive end play. And your worry was that there might be a decline. So you only gave him a 1-year deal. And in that 1-year deal, he proved you wrong. Like, it's time to pay him if you want. And if you don't want a top 5 defensive end in the NFL, I question your sanity. Yeah. But then you don't pay him. He goes somewhere else. There you go.
Absolutely. And hey, if Shamar Stewart's a dude and they feel like they don't need to pay him, then so be it. It's a win-win, I guess, for both. But I guess I am kind of intrigued to see how those two work together, right, on that same D line.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't sure if either was going to suit up for Cincinnati.
No, there was a time where it looked like they were not going to have either DN.
Yeah.
And now they got both.
So shout out Cincy. There's also a clause, or I guess an incentive in this new deal for Trey Hendrickson, which includes $1 million that he'll collect if he plays 60% of the plays this year and the Bengals make the playoffs. Very attainable million, I would say, right?
Without a doubt. As long as
he's healthy.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get hurt, he'll play over 60%. Yeah. And I would say they will make the playoffs, but I watched last year, Joe Burrow had the most ridiculous year in the NFL, and they didn't make the playoffs. So
yeah, it's not a given, that's for sure. It's kind of funny though. You look at now the highest paid edge rushers in the NFL. Trey, even despite this, pay raise for the year, still doesn't crack the top 5 amongst the league.
Right. And that's why it was so disrespectful not to at least give him this deal.
Yeah.
I mean, he led the league in sacks. I mean, 2 years running, just been balling. And he's the 6th highest paid defensive end in the NFL now.
Yeah, $30 million per year behind Nick Bosa at $34 million, Max Crosby $35.5 million, Danielle Hunter $35.6 million, Myles Garrett at $40 million, and TJ Watt the highest paid at $41 million per year. But hey, shout out Trey, go ball out again and ink another contract.
Absolutely.
But huge move for Cincinnati. I guess now with Terry McLaurin and Trey Hendrickson, those deals, taken care of. It only leaves Micah Parsons as the kind of remaining hold in, whatever they're calling it nowadays, as the one last superstar in the league that's still, not his, I guess, certainty for playing in week 1 is still up in the air without this contract.
Yeah.
And it's gotten ugly now to, between Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons. Jerry Jones, it's being reported now, has just wanting nothing to do with working with Micah Parsons' agent.
Yeah.
And this whole contract situation, Jerry Jones wants it to be between him and Micah Parsons, and that's it. He doesn't want any third party getting their hands on it or whatever, which is just, I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way. It's like, get in tune with what's going on, in today's age of the NFL. Agents are like, this is their job. It's what they're paid to do.
Yeah.
What Jerry Jones is pulling right now is kind of bothering me. And Darrelle Revis actually,
this is time.
Yeah.
Like he finished. I guess he didn't finish his rookie deal, right? He had all these rookies in the first round have a 4-year deal with a 5th-year kind of flex option, right? And this is year 5. So this is like his contract year. This is when everyone renegotiates and gets their value.
Yeah.
I mean, he's set to make $24 million, but we just watched Trey Hendrickson get 30. And he should be in that realm.
Shit, he should be in the 40 million realm with TJ Watt and Myles
Garrett. He definitely should. But I'm saying at a bare minimum, he's got to get over 30.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bad deal over there in Dallas. And now you've got kind of people on the outside chiming in. Darrelle Revis is calling for the NFLPA to step into the Micah Parsons situation, kind of just explaining the lack of respect from Cowboys owner Jerry Jones towards Micah Parsons and the situation as a whole. He said this in a statement, sent out to the NFLPA. He said, the bigger issue is respect. Jerry's actions show that owners have no problem taking advantage of us. And when our union fails to respond, it sends the message that they'll be able to do the same in the next CBA negotiations if the current leadership remains in place.
Well, listen, it's a business.
Mm-hmm.
There's a union. There's a collective bargaining agreement. Is Jerry wrong? I mean, it's not, the question is not, does Micah Parsons deserve to make $40 million a year? I think anyone would agree he's a top 3 defensive end in the NFL.
Yeah.
He deserves that money, but he's also under contract. And the details of those contracts are negotiated with the union that represent the players.
Mm-hmm.
And they came to an agreement. So I don't disagree that Jerry's been disrespectful to Micah and how talented he is, but it's also operating within the confines that were agreed upon with the union that represents the players. So, like, should he? Yeah, he should pay Micah. He should do that.
Well, I think the issue too is the fact that he's just refusing to work with Micah's agent.
Yeah,
on this.
that is wild.
Like, that's the part to me that I don't quite understand. Like, why are you so dead set on just making this between you and Micah when Micah has an agent that his job is to make sure Micah gets paid what he's deserved, right?
Yeah.
It's just an odd thing coming out of Dallas right now. And you're Jerry Jones. Like, this is Dallas. Just pay the man. Like, this is what you do, right? If you have a top 3 player at an impact position, like corner, D-end, quarterback, receiver, like just pay him. You are on this quest every year to draft a guy that is a top 3 player in the league at his position. And how many times do we see a guy bust and he's not even top 10? Yeah.
You drafted one in the first round. He is a top 3 D-end in the NFL. That's what you hoped for. You hoped to get after year 4 and have to give him a massive deal because he is as advertised.
Yeah.
But now that he is, now that you hit, now that you got one, you're not going to pay him?
Which is wild because you had no problem paying Dak Prescott. And
none.
We've seen, again, I wouldn't say that is as bad of a deal as, say, like what Trevor Lawrence's deal is over there in Jacksonville or fucking like a Daniel Jones situation in New York. But it's like you went all in on your quarterback. Wouldn't it make sense to then go all in on your franchise D end and edge rusher?
Yes.
Like if you're going to, Dallas, listen, I'm no Dallas fan, but I know plenty. They are tired of the jokes that they haven't been to an NFC championship game in God knows how long. Like that's your window.
And yeah, they paid their quarterback, so they believe he's the quarterback that can get it done.
Yeah.
And they have a freak show defensive end. I just think about this in the lens of a Browns fan. It would have made far more sense for the Browns to deal Myles Garrett because they're not in their Super Bowl window, and paying him $40 million a year, although worth it. It's like, okay, but is that going to get us to the AFC championship game? No. But in Micah's case, yes. Like, if you're going to get back, Micah Parsons is going to be a huge reason why.
Yeah. And like the thought is with the Browns, it's like, all right, well, you sign now Myles for this additional 4 years. Like you hope that you can find your franchise quarterback within those 4 years.
Yeah. And I'm happy they did it. I think it was the right move, but it's more sensible if the Browns didn't than if the Cowboys don't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like this is your window, right? If Dak Prescott stays healthy, we've seen what he can do. Odd year Dak. I've been saying it all offseason. This is the year where he pops off.
Yeah, at least sign Micah to a 1-year deal because Dak's going to suck an even year next year.
Exactly. So hopefully Dallas figures it out, and they can get Micah back on the field. But this is now this is the last one out of these hold in, hold out situations, and the Cowboys don't have much time. I mean, shit, we're 9 days away from September 4th.
Like we're kicking off the weekend next weekend.
Yeah,
the season next weekend.
Next Thursday night, Cowboys Eagles.
But if we're being honest, right? They have 8 days to get it done.
Yeah,
I mean, dude's a freak. He might be a little rusty, but he'll be fine.
No, that's true. I feel like I see a lot of people are comparing it to like the Chris Jones situation a couple of years ago in Kansas City, where he sat out week 1 and the Kansas City defense looked terrible.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, nope, Chris, get back here. We'll give you what you want. I could almost see that happening. I mean, with Philly's offense, they could get sexual on Dallas. So
absolutely.
If that's the case, it might just be a 1-game holdout for Micah, and then he's back. I do want to get another commercial break here, and then we got to talk. The Raiders had a big day yesterday.
Big day. Raiders making moves.
We got to talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We'll be right back after this. For all of the Menace Army that are outdoors types, I'm wearing one right now. Shout out to our sponsor, Poncho Outdoors. It's men's performance shirts designed for the outdoors. This is a lightweight like t-shirt hoodie. Honestly, like perfect for fishing, boating, you name it. Sun protection, comfortable as hell. One of the most comfortable things I own. So go on there and get your outdoors gear. They have camo stuff for hunting, great stuff for being out in the sun with UV protection, and it's extremely lightweight, quick drying, and truly just comfortable. It's outstanding. Go check them out right now, ponchooutdoors.com, and use promo code Menace to get a discount on all of your outdoors needs. All right, Menace Army, football season is finally back. And I don't know if you bet this past weekend, but it's time to start building that bankroll. And our partner, MyBookie, is here to give you free money to start building it. There's no better way to build it than free money. Right now is the perfect time to get ahead of the curve. College football kicks off officially this weekend, and MyBookie's got national championship odds, Heisman odds, futures, all the lines you want. Your week 1 parlay awaits you. And if you're brand new, you get a little extra juice. Sign up with promo code Menace and drop in $100, and MyBookie's going to give you $50 free. That's free money. Bankroll immediately is a winner. Week 1, you've already won. The action's heating up. The odds are moving, and this season's shaping up. It'll be a good one already. Don't miss it. Bet big anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. There you have it. Get your gamble on.
Yeah, get it on. It's that time, man. We got college football week 1 this weekend.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait.
So many parlays are being cooked right now.
So many.
I want to talk Raiders, Zach. They had a big day yesterday. Wild day overall. It started with wide receiver Jacoby Myers requesting a trade. After that news broke, Amari Cooper, it was announced, is returning to the Raiders on a 1-year deal. And to close out the day, our prayers were answered.
Kenny Pickett is gone.
He is out of here. Pack your bags. See you never. God, we didn't even see him take a snap in Cleveland.
It was a wild time. We trade for Kenny Pickett, the midget hand himself, and he never even played a snap, and he's dealt. But I think it's great for the Browns. You make the quarterback room a little less crowded. All the sports media people that told us they were carrying 4 quarterbacks this year were wrong, and you manifested it. Kenny Pickett gets dealt essentially for a wash. I mean, they sent DTR and a 5th rounder over to Philly to get him. DTR gets cut. Well, not good enough. That's like me sending you this paper cup, Pat. It's like, here, have this cup. And you're like, well, I'm just going to throw it away, but okay. And then we get a 5th round pick for Kenny Pickett back.
Yeah.
So it's basically a wash.
No harm, no foul.
No, just for some depth in training camp, I guess, a possible option, like a long shot option that they watched at least in practice, and no harm, no foul.
Yeah, I mean, that's what that move always screamed to me. I know, like when we signed him back in, I think it was March when we made that move, or when we traded for him. He was obviously the favorite to be QB1 at the time. Then the draft happens, and you're like, oh, shit. You know, we just drafted 2 quarterbacks, plus we're going to sign Joe Flacco. Like, you've got 3 guys. Kenny Pickett always seemed like the odd man out, right? Flacco is an established quarterback. You figured unless Kenny Pickett came into training camp and really lit it up. I mean, we're talking like you can't keep him off the field type of play. Then that was going to be his only way to see the field in the regular season for Cleveland, and they would have just cut Joe Flacco. The fact that they drafted the 2 rookie quarterbacks, you're not going to cut one of them without seeing what they can provide in the regular season. Yeah. So I love this move. Like you said, it frees up reps for Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders in the regular season now, when inevitably there's going to be a point. We keep, I guess, thinking that it's going to be around that week 9 bye when if the Browns are out of playoff contention, they're going to make a move to one of these rookies. Now you don't have to worry about, well, are they going to give reps to Kenny Pickett instead? Like that worries out the window. It seems like a plan is finally coming into place, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like they've made an actual plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but they've made one. I think they want to see these rookies more. They know Kenny Pickett is not a franchise long-term answer.
Mm-hmm.
They know Joe Flacco's just old man Joe. Like he's just there to manage games until you figure out your quarterback position. And that might not be until the 2026 draft. But at least now it frees up opportunity to water some flowers, right? You can invest in Dillon Gabriel. You can invest reps into Shedeur and see how they blossom.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't blossom and they wilt, then you just go get your quarterback in 2026 in the draft. And that's fine as long as you get one.
Yeah. And it'll just be refreshing, I guess, to see what each of those guys can do when given the opportunity this year. Because I'm still holding that hope. I know this past weekend wasn't good, but don't let Shedeur get hot in the regular season if given a chance. And we can build around him. I'm just saying, I'm not giving up hope on 12. I'm not doing it, but no, I just think it's overall, this is like the best move the Browns have made so far this offseason was to clear up this quarterback room a little bit and give and give the rookies a chance to develop, because the worst thing too, what you were going to do is if Kenny Pickett stayed in that room, you're just taking away practice reps from these guys.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, right? You've taken opportunities from potential quarterbacks that could become your franchise quarterbacks, and you're giving them to a guy who I don't think anyone thought could be a franchise quarterback outside of Pittsburgh in the draft, but I didn't even think he was a franchise quarterback coming out of Pitt.
No, and I mean, it was hard pressed to think that even Pittsburgh thought of him as a franchise quarterback. I mean, they took him at the end of the first round. He was the only quarterback taken in the first or second round, I believe, that year. I think Desmond Ridder went in the third round as the next QB off the board.
Yeah.
Kind of, I mean, aside from Cam Ward, a similar quarterback draft class to this year, right? I mean,
yeah,
Jackson Dart ended up going later in the first round in that Kenny Pickett range. But there's a lot more hype around Jackson Dart, I feel like, now than there was around Kenny Pickett then. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Yes, we will.
But overall, I just think, and the biggest thing too, is you're able to get a draft pick back, so it doesn't feel like you wasted a trade or wasted a draft pick on the trade for Kenny Pickett. And now the Browns have 10 picks next year in the 2026 draft. And this is all kind of what Jimmy Haslam has alluded to over the last few months, is this youth movement, right? They have to start somewhere, because they set themselves back those 3 years that they traded first round picks for the Deshaun Watson deal. And so Haslam had this to say. He said, we talk about it openly. Now we could take a big jump. Could we take a big jump in 1 year? Yes, but we talk about how we're not going to panic. We're going to draft good players. We're going to build through the draft. Next year we have 9 picks, now 10, including 2 firsts. That should help us. I think you have to realize that we want 3 years. We went 3 years with no ones. And I think at least one of those years we didn't have a 2, and maybe 2 of those years. And that hurts you roster wise. I think this is a great opportunity to expedite this rebuild now, starting in 2026 with those 2 first round picks and 10 draft picks overall.
I mean, and they had solid draft capital this year. I didn't hate their draft, and they're doing the long-term fix the right way by collecting draft capital, right? It's like investing money in the stock market. Like if you want to be a millionaire later, you can't not invest now. Mm-hmm. And so they're making moves, trying to collect draft capital so that they can either sign more players to the draft or package those to move up in the draft to get better players. And it just feels like they're doing it the right way. My one concern is you can have all the draft picks in the world. If Andrew Berry is a clown and he blows those draft picks on shitty players, cool. Mission accomplished. Like I still, my entire reservation is not the strategy that they're doing right now with collecting draft capital. I mean, the moves they're making, taking a guy like Shedeur in the 5th round, who has a ceiling much higher than a 5th rounder. I think all those have been solid moves. I just don't trust Andrew Berry. I think he's awful. And so you give him 20 picks. I still think he'll fuck it up.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a bad track record so far. You hope that this past year, this 2025 draft class, right? This is the first year he's had a first round pick since, the pre-Deshaun Watson trade, which was the 2020 draft. And now you're looking at, all right, can these guys, I'll feel confident heading into next year if the top guys from this draft class pan out, right?
Yeah.
If Mason Graham's a dude, if Carson Swessinger kind of balls out the way he has this preseason so far, you'd love to get Quinshon back at some point, hopefully soon, and see what he brings to the table, along with then, Dillon Sampson, Harold Fannin. Like, these were guys that if they
those are the four, right? Those are
Yeah.
the four that I think are starter caliber rookies.
Mhm.
And if Quinshon Judkins is the key here.
Yeah.
You spend a second round pick on him. You need to get him on your team. And if you do, I feel great about those 4 picks. I don't feel great about the future yet because we don't have any idea if we have a quarterback. But if those 4 are dudes and you have a shit year and you end up with a couple high draft picks in the first round that you can either package to move to 1, or you can find your franchise quarterback at 5.
Yeah.
Then I think the plan is planning. It's going to plan. It's working out.
Yeah, the plan is planning for sure. If these guys, these rookies have a good first year, I'll feel confident that also, then you feel like you're sort of going to a win-win scenario with the 2 quarterbacks currently on roster, right? If the other rookies, aside from the quarterbacks, ball out this year and look to be the part, then when given the opportunity, if Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur thrive, I mean, that's best case scenario, right? Then you don't even need to worry about drafting a quarterback in 26.
I mean, it would be the most insanely lucky and also amazing situation if Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur just pops and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, like we got one here.
Yeah.
Like we found our Brock Purdy. We found our guy that can, drive this ship where we want to drive it. And we have 10 draft picks next year that we don't have to waste on a quarterback.
Yeah. And then on the other hand, it's like, all right, if the Browns decide at the end of this year, and again, I'll preface that both quarterbacks need to be given a shot, I think, in order for them to do this. But like, yeah, if you think both quarterbacks neither quarterback is the answer after seeing them both play in the regular season, and those other draft picks hit, the Mason Graham, Carson Swessinger, so on and so forth, you'll feel confident now that, all right, we actually have a team that we can build around, right? Like a quarterback that can come into a situation and thrive. That's the worry right now with Gabriel and Shedeur, is that I don't know if they're in the right situation right now in Cleveland. Like, this is not a playoff roster that's built around.
No.
I think we can start to see strides, right? If these rookies are dudes, Quinshon, Mason Graham, and Carson Swessinger specifically, like, yeah, those are all foundational pieces that could be that next core of players that tries to make a playoff run. But yeah, I don't know if Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur is going to be set up for success this year. So we'll see. But
I mean, I think they need offensive line help, and they need a wide receiver 1.
mm-hmm.
And if they can do that in next year's draft, no matter what, whether they pick a quarterback next year as the future, or they find one in Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur, if they can spend those 10 draft picks on offensive linemen and find a wide receiver 1, I love this roster. I think then in 2026 they're ready to compete. They're ready to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
If you can, and your rookie doesn't have to be Jaden Daniels. He doesn't have to be rookie of the year and play fantastic in year 1, but he has to play decent and show you the trajectory that he will get there.
Absolutely. And honestly, it's funny you brought up wide receiver. I keep forgetting that almost a de facto member of this now rookie class is Isaiah Bond.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And that's another guy that I know he.
I mean, just
people had different views of him.
If you look at this receiver room,
yeah,
I know there's a void at wide receiver 1, but if Jerry Jeudy was your 2, and then you have a combination of Cedric Tillman, Jamari Thrash, Isaiah Bond, like that's a solid 5 receivers. If you had a wide receiver 1, we just don't have a wide receiver 1.
Absolutely.
So you bump all those guys up, and you're like, oh, Jeudy is a 1. I don't know if I love it. I don't know who your 2 is. Cedric Tillman, don't love it. Jamari Thrash / Isaiah Bond at 3. Nah, I'd like that to be 4 and 5.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. I'm not ruling out Isaiah Bond as a wide receiver 2 in this league.
No.
Based on his draft profile, a lot of scouts thought he was, a second to third round pick coming out of the draft, which is definitely, I would say, wide receiver 2 territory. So
yeah, for sure.
But again, we got to see what he's like. If we haven't seen him with a touch yet in the only the one.
Yeah, we just got to see it. I mean, I don't love banking on Isaiah Bond, an undrafted free agent, and I know it's for all, outside circumstances, but I don't feel great about locking him in as wide receiver 2 without seeing him play.
Yeah, for sure. I do want to get one more commercial break in here, Zach, and then finish it up with a couple more Browns topics I want to hit and your super chat. So get them in while we are still here.
Get your super chats in. The more you super chat, the longer we stay. And smash that like button. Trying to get 200 likes. We've been short the last couple episodes. I need you to like the video. Trying to get 200 likes. Just help us achieve our goals.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back after this. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Preseason football is underway. Well, it just ended. And regular season is right around the corner. College football starts this weekend. You can already make your season-long more or less picks for the 25 season on Prize Picks. Enter your picks before week 1 kicks off. You think Saquon Barkley is going to get more than 1,475.5 rushing yards? Lock it in on Prize Picks. How about Joe Burrow? His line is more than 4,174.5 passing yards. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, you name it. There's a ton of megastars that are set to kick off next weekend. Go over to Prize Picks right now. It's the best place to play your fantasy more or lesses. Download Prize Picks, the Prize Picks app today, and use code MENACE to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineups. That's code MENACE to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks is your answer. Go check it out. It's a fun way to put a little wager on it and combine a couple to get a better payout and start to build that bankroll. Go check it out, Menace Army, over at Prize Picks with promo code MENACE. The harsh reality of being a man and getting a little bit older is most of us lose our hair. The hairline starts going backwards, running away from your eyebrows. It's just the reality of life. But we got a great tool for you to try to fix that problem. It's called Hims, and their hair loss solutions are incredible. They all work, and the process is simple. 100% online, no uncomfortable doctor visits, and they have several different things. You can choose from personalized chewable options, oral, spray, serum treatments. Find whatever works best for you. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. They have hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers already, and they can help you get your confidence back. 2, with visibly thicker and fuller hair. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/menace. That's HIMS.com/menace for your personalized hair loss treatment options. hims.com/menace. Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Have it, grow that hair back.
Hell yeah. Get it going. Some moves just happened in Cleveland, Zach. Deontay Johnson officially released by the Cleveland Browns.
Thank God. That was the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, you brought in Kenny Pickett and Deontay Johnson, 2 guys that weren't very good in Pittsburgh. It's like, what are we doing? Why?
Talk about a fall off from Deontay Johnson, man. I mean, he, I felt like he was starting to put together a semi decent career over there in Pittsburgh. I mean, I think it was 2021. He had 1,000 yards. 2021, 1,100 yards. That was coming off of 900 in 2020. And then he had 880 in 22. Then 723 last year, just 375 on 3 different teams last year too. Kind of just became a cancer in the locker room.
Yeah, just was a confusing signing, and I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, glad he's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Another move in that wide receiver room is the Browns are expected to release wide receiver and return specialist DeAndre Carter, 10-year veteran, spent last year in Chicago. And if true, I guess the belief amongst the organization is that undrafted sensation Gage Larvadane can make the 53-man roster. He's the guy who caught the touchdown pass from Dillon Gabriel on Saturday and has kind of impressed people all throughout training camp. So it looks like he might be one of those surprise roster makes as we see the Browns kind of formulate their full 53-man roster in the next coming days.
Just a wild time. You have a kid that this Gage, whoever the fuck, Larvadine, started at Southeastern Louisiana, went to Miami of Ohio, and kind of popped off, had almost 700 yards and 6 touchdowns, transfers to South Carolina last year, played in all their games, started 9 of them, only had 19 catches for 223 yards and only 1 touchdown. But he's 5'8", 4.45, 40-yard dash.
Yeah.
I mean, could be a
Shifty little player from all the clips I've seen.
Yeah.
He again, it wasn't crazy, but the 3-yard touchdown catch from Dillon Gabriel in the preseason finale on Saturday. So shout out to him if that is true, and that is the rumor right now in Cleveland. Another move that just happened in the last hour or so. The Browns are trading a 2028 7th-round pick for Rams offensive lineman KT Leviston. Leviston was a 7th-round pick in the 2024 draft and has some versatility at tackle and guard, but played the entirety of the preseason at left tackle over there in L.A. If the Browns decide to keep him, he would be a good depth piece. The Browns are kind of thin at tackle right now after the first round of cuts, but we'll see. But KT Leviston, you are now a Cleveland Brown.
I mean, it's just a bizarre draft pick to ship. Like, what year? 2020?
2028 7th rounder.
Like, why?
Don't ask me why it's 2028 and not next year's 7th round.
Like, what's the logic here? I mean, if you're trading the player away, I would not take that. 3 years from now, we get a 7th rounder. It was one of the more bizarre details. I'm like, why not a 2026 7th rounder?
Yeah.
Or even 2027? Why 2028, 3 years out?
I don't know. It's so funny seeing all the trades that happen now. We'll see it for the next week or so. But it's all going to be 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks for the next 3 years, basically now, just getting dealt, swapped back and forth. We've already seen it with Kenny Pickett. Now we're seeing it with this guy, KT Leviston. I think the Vikings yesterday traded 3 guys and got in return 2 5ths, a 6th and 2 7ths, but they also dealt a 6th and a 7th. So they really traded 3 guys for a 5th, 6th, and 7th round pick. It's just like you're going to see these depth pieces, these depth trades happen, and they're all going to net a bunch of 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks. So
yeah, cool. A bunch of picks that probably aren't going to make your roster.
Exactly. But Zach, I do want to believe we have one super chat from our guy Don B. Thanks for the 2. Happy. Hail to the Redskins. Let's go, Scary Terry.
Huge deal.
Yeah,
for Washington.
No, psych for you and the rest of Washington fans. Got that done, and now it's time to run it back, man.
Time to run it
no
back.
Excuses. You got your receiver. Go ball out.
Time to run it back. Now go get back to the NFC Championship game.
Absolutely. But that's all we got on this little Taco Titty Tuesday, Zach.
Yeah, a little bit lower numbers, a little bit shorter show. That's just how it re-roll here. Super chats drive the end, and when they're done, we're done. We appreciate you for tuning in. 609 of you. If you could like the video before you get out of here, and I guess my question, who's going to be QB2? Now we know Kenny Pickett's gone.
Yeah.
Who's going to be QB2 for week 1 for the Browns? Shedeur or Dillon? Who you got as the backup quarterback to start the year? That's going to be an interesting selection there.
It will be.
If you go off week 3 of preseason, it's Dillon Gabriel. That's all I'm got to say.
I mean, yeah. Also, the Browns haven't been shy of, making sure Dillon Gabriel's gotten plenty of reps so far. So I'm surprised. That's
a fact. All right, we'll see you tomorrow live at noon, live at 9, live at noon today on Menace. If you want to talk college football, we'll see you then. Menace out.